All right, we live.
Okay. Hello, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to episode
What's this, 258?
258 of Grown
Mm.
Women Gaming. I know, right? It feels like yesterday we just hit 200.
Yeah, no, right?
But yes,
Jeez.
it's your girl Charisse here.
I guess
We
that's what
have
happens when you're consistent.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Consistency all day.
Hallelujah.
I didn't say it for once. I wasn't the petty one. For once. But yeah, it's your girl here. We took a week off because again, the keyword in our title, grown, we have lives and stuff pops up. But again, we're back. We're going to catch you up with the latest news, hopefully. But first of all, ladies, what have you been playing of the last couple of weeks? We're going to start from the bottom
Uh, you
up.
don't have to do me like that. I put myself on the bottom on purpose,
You
but
know she
no.
did that on purpose, right?
Right. But now we know. So
I would say, right? Now we know.
It gives me time to collect my thoughts. But you know what? I'll go first. No problem. No
I
big
was like,
deal. No
what you
big
got, Delilah? What you
deal.
got?
Okay, so what I've been playing. First of all, thanks everybody for being here, checking us out, rocking with us, on YouTube or Twitter. Okay. And so what I've been playing. So I played the Sea of Stars demo on Switch. I had to take a break from Diablo. You know what I mean?
you was already on break.
I kind of I kind of rage quit and it's a whole thing. But anyway, Sea of Stars is amazing. Like I can't wait till that game drop.
Is that the one that was just announced through the week and it's not coming to Xbox or
No.
Okay.
No, not that. That Sea of Stars thankfully is coming to Xbox.
Okay.
It's coming to PC via Steam, Xbox, Switch, and PlayStation. So basically all platforms. And what it is, it's kind of an old school RPG where when I say old school, I'm talking about like Chrono Trigger and let's see, what's another one? I can't think of anything right now. Like old school Final Fantasy. It's got a turn-based combat. It's the 32-bit graphics. I mean, it's so much soul. Like I get so much nostalgia when I see and play that game. But the way they did all the animations and the way they did all the dialogue, like you could tell the story, the writing is really, really good. And I can't wait for this game to drop. It comes out, I believe, August, I want to say 29th. And I can't wait. The demo was so good, and I played it all the way through twice already, and I beat the boss because like the first time, I had to, how in old school RPGs you got to grind a little bit. I had to kind of grind it out, but man, so far this game is like, how I'm super hyped for Starfield now. Like this is right up there. It's right up there.
Right up there, huh?
Yes. I'm super impressed with the game and just the movement and the way you do the combat because it's turn-based, but you have to like time your attacks to get more damage and time your blocks to prevent being hit. And you have a party and everybody kind of, it's good. Just if you have a chance anytime, if you're on Steam, because they just released a demo on Steam, if you have Switch, just check it out, download the demo, play it, hit me in the DMs, tell me what you think. But yeah, that's what I'm playing. Of course, obviously the usual stuff like your Halo season 4 and
so you've been playing Halo?
Wow. Now she didn't tell nobody.
Wow.
But I'm always, come on, y'all know I love Halo.
No.
Yeah.
How's the season looking, Delilah?
Okay, it's good, but I'm biased. Right. Y'all know I'm biased.
Like, because we might get in and be like, Delilah, what is this?
Well, no. See, now when you play, you actually get something every time you play. Like it's not like
finally 2 years later. Yeah, right.
But it's definitely out. You've obviously I recommend it. Check it out. Yeah.
All right.
And obviously Diablo. So.
Yeah.
So that's
it.
Are
you still on chapter 3?
You mean Act 3?
Act 3.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean, come on. I mean.
Already know.
I play with y'all though. Like,
okay, that's fine. I'm not tripping because you know why we're gonna stream Diablo 4 from Delilah's perspective
Oh Lord.
on GWG.
Right? I feel like that's the
I'm-
one we need to use, right? Because
That'd be the best thing for you, girl. You got a choice.
Yo, those cutscenes, this lady.
Oh, that one last night.
yeah, you're not even at the best cutscene. The best cutscene
No.
is in Act 6.
Wow. That game is, man.
We're going from Act 5.
It's
to Act
extensive. That game was extensive. Like, it takes so much time. Like, I just, I've been working on my kitchen.
I don't know. I guess because it's like just consumed me, right?
Yeah.
But yeah.
So me next.
All right. Yes.
Okay.
Going up.
So for me, I've been playing Diablo.
Of course.
And I mean, I'm telling you, like when I need to do just like running around shit, I break out my Steam Deck, sitting on the couch, doing all that nonsense, or up in my bed. And then when I know I'm going to be watching cutscenes, I make sure I'm at my computer. And then I tried to play X Defiant. I tried several days, several different days, different times of the day, and I have not been able to get in. So I don't know. And we're watching it right now, but this is ladies' game.
Wait. So you think it's a connection issue? Like you can't get in to play?
I get network errors. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Right, which is like server errors, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. She was able to get in, but then when I did happen to get in, we tried to play with each other, and it wouldn't let us in any games. Like it wouldn't let us play together at all. So, and then after that, it kicked us out, and then we couldn't get back in. So I'm just like, all right. So I don't know. I think the game has potential. The stuff that I saw a lady playing, it looks cool and everything like that. But like, I don't know who y'all working with your servers, but you might want to call Amazon or Microsoft, somebody to help y'all, because this ain't it. Like, we already know how they are, and this game has tons of potential. But if y'all release a game and people can't even connect, it's gonna be DOA. Okay, so I don't know.
I just think that's
It's
interesting.
free to play,
like,
right?
You said what?
It's free to play, right?
It's gonna be a free to play game.
Okay.
But that don't mean shit. Just because it's free to play don't mean you put out a game that don't work.
It better run. It better have some good servers. That's
right.
I mean, if you're trying to entice people to spend money on
Right.
your game that's free to play, you gotta have them servers tight.
Yeah.
You have to.
Yeah. So I mean, they do give you a huge, I mean, it's on the screen for a couple of minutes where it's saying, this shit is beta. It probably ain't gonna work right. But I mean, I gotta get in.
Yeah.
I gotta be able to get in, right? So
wait, this is Ubisoft, right? Right?
Yep.
Ubisoft.
Okay. So it's like you have different factions you're able to choose from. So like I think Lady right here is playing from the Watch Dogs person.
Right.
You can play from various games that they have.
Far Cry, Splinter Cell.
Right. Each one has different attributes.
Watch Dogs.
And stuff
I don't know the other one. I want to say
Yeah.
Assassins or something. Assassin's Creed is in that area. No, the Division.
Division.
Yeah,
they got the
that's what I'm
cleaners,
saying.
which I didn't like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. Like, why y'all got the cleaners? But
So, like, you could have picked anybody else but the cleaners.
right. Like, why didn't you just make the agent? Right? The agents are the best people. But yeah.
But no.
So that's what I've been playing.
You know what we missing, y'all? Y'all don't hear that?
No.
Oh, we missed. Oh, there we go.
There you go.
The music.
Hold on. Yeah. Music,
I
background
was
music.
like, hold on. I knew
Right.
something was missing. It felt a little mood was off,
Right.
So, okay.
Sorry about that, yeah. But yeah, that was it for me. I mean, I'm done with the story in Diablo. We dragging Lady to get her story finished because we need more people to do strongholds and stuff like that. I'm basically at the end waiting for people so that I can do the shit to get better armor and stuff like that. So I'm gonna need y'all to come on.
It just be finished today.
Okay.
We hope. We hope.
Oh,
Yes.
I got number time.
Ladies at the Lilith fight, pretty much. So.
Oh wow.
So,
That's the end, isn't it? That should be the end.
Mm-hmm. There's an epilogue.
Yeah.
Too, but,
In theory, anyway, I would say let's not jump ahead. Yeah.
Oh dang. Yeah, no spoilers, basically. Right?
No, we ain't trying to spoil you, but I need you to hurry up and get to
Oh
where I'm
dang.
at. I'm telling you, Act 3 is it ain't easy. I'm telling you right now.
Act 3 is probably the longest one.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes, ma'am.
I mean,
So
but if you get us in there to help you, then you'll get it done quicker.
Yeah. Real quick sidebar. Have one of y'all played Final Fantasy?
The series?
That is not my cup of tea, so no.
Y'all know I play that mess.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll get to you then.
I
Right?
was say I
So,
get to
yeah.
that.
Right.
Yeah, lady, what you got? What you got for me?
As you see, we've been playing Defiant. Hello, good morning, everybody. It like LBOOGIE said, it has potential. I swear, if them servers were tight, I would really seriously download it, because it was just a few minor issues as far as the reaction time with the weapons and stuff. But I think them utilizing what they already had in their catalog and making it to a shooter, I'm with it. It's just that them servers killed it. I mean, like I had my taste ready for Defiant when it came out. I downloaded it. I was ready. I played a few games, and then as y'all see, as we talk through the show, that I get dropped. I try to get in. LBOOGIE coming to party. We trying to get in, and it's that mess itself does not want me to want to play your game, let alone spend money, because it is a free to play game. So 9 out of 10 times it's gonna be some microtransactions and some season passes around there. But other than that major issue, I really enjoyed myself. I was trying to get, as soon as they had a player of the game, I was with it. I was like, I needed to get it, and I was trying, and I had some W's and I had some L's. There's various modes, and similar to Overwatch, with escort some shit from here to there. Also, they had their own version of kill confirm. Like, you got to kill somebody, you got to collect their coins, I guess.
Yeah.
Hard point, where the point moves around, and then domination. So, that's up my alley. So I
just to kind of cut in real quick. So, because I know you play a lot of Call of Duty.
Yes, ma'am.
So how would you compare X Defiant, just real quick, with Call of Duty?
Okay, first of all, we don't even go prone. I can't do it.
Oh,
I can't do it. You can stand, you can get on, you can kneel, but you can't go prone.
I hate when games do that.
I'm like, what? I can't lay down. I'm like, man, I can't. It took me a while to adjust that, because since I'm playing Call of Duty so much, you can dolphin dive, you can slide, you can prone, but this one is just stand prone. I do like that it has a lot of stamina while you running and gunning, and different, like LBOOGIE said, there's different classes and it has different things. I was good with the watchdog. It had a little the spider, I think from 2 and that goes there, and they stun the opponents, and you can be able to get some shots in. But like I said, them servers, you got to be able to play with your friends on a free to play game.
Right.
You have to, because it's a first person shooter. Not everybody gonna want to play solo, so you got to have your friends. And if they can really polish up them servers and really tune in on the hidden detection in the game, I've played this before Call of Duty. I mean, we all know I play Call of Duty, and this is the newest season, and they got the best skin off behind a $30 paywall. I'm not doing it. They got the black stuff.
And y'all know I like spending money on some microtransactions.
Okay,
$30?
Man, that's a battle pass, and then you gotta grind. Then you gotta grind. Because it's a skin that changes from white to black, like different colors. It's not even on a battle pass. You gotta pay the $30 to upgrade the black cell, and then grind to 100% to get that skin, or pay coins. So it was baffled to me that the season just came out and people had these skins already. I'm like, bruh, so you really spend money? You spent the extra 30 for the black cell, and you probably spent the coins to the battle pass, because ain't no way you getting that between a 24 or 48 hour span unless you playing all day. So I'm not doing it. Battle pass skins are buns. I only bought the battle pass because I had the coins from the previous battle pass. Multiplayer, it's all right. I think the new Warzone map is cool. I still have a problem with pre-seed crossplay because they just be cheating, man. You just can't be great and you got cheaters doing it just for the funsies, you know? Last and not least, I was playing Diablo.
Of course.
Of course. Thank you to LBOOGIE and CHAREECE because it's
you know what? Whatever.
But you playing? Are you playing?
No, but I just feel like don't use the way you said it though.
Because this is the thing.
LBOOGIE and CHAREECE.
I don't want you to feel left out, and because I really want you to play. I'm ready to carry you in my bosom so we can finish the story because it is so good.
No, she did. It's okay. You know what? Carry on. Like this. Carry on.
It's a good game. Look, it's a lot to do. And just the campaign alone, it's good, but you can also get distracted doing other stuff that you're not really supposed to be doing, or it's not as a big thing to do. And still my game of the year. I ain't gonna hold you. A chapter of the story is filler. Pillow padding. I'm calling it how I see it. I'm not telling you which one because Delilah haven't played yet. So one of those acts are straight cushion. I
appreciate you like sparing the, thank you for withholding details.
Thank you.
Yeah. I mean, even when we played with her last night, we would talk about things, but we wouldn't like spoil what was happening. And I think, she was able to see that, we weren't, we were letting her.
Because at like Act 2 and 3, they will talk about certain characters in the game. And then when I got to where I'm at now, it was just quiet as fuck. So I already knew that it was just what I was thinking about it last night. I was like, I'm talking about these people, but they're not responding to me. So something's gonna happen. So they got my initial reactions to certain events in the game, and I was on Grey Goose yesterday, so it was.
Wow!
I tell you what, though, tell her about that last scene because it was funny that at the end, it's probably the longest cutscene they have. No lie, it's almost like it got to be almost 20 minutes of like cutscene, and she's like, it's just chef's kiss.
Yeah,
she was all into it.
It was literally a chef's kiss. Literally, it's great. So it's a good experience. I think I'm a Diablo fan now.
Yeah.
That's it. So
because y'all didn't really play Diablo 3, right? Y'all didn't really.
I played a little splash.
Yeah,
not enough.
I am the one who hadn't touched Diablo at all. But the beta hooked me.
So I'm officially a Diablo fan. So if that makes sense. So still my game of the year, even though I see things. That's all I've been playing.
All right. It's your girl here, CHAREECE. I have been playing Diablo also, and I'm gonna tell you why I rage quit for a hot second. So I beat the game. Oh, thank Baseby for the super sticker. Oh, thank you.
Right.
I beat the game. We're gonna do to get to the next world tier, you have to beat this dungeon. I got to the boss, 2 bosses, I think. Bosses, and I could not beat this boss to save my life. I think I tried for a good 3 hours to defeat this boss and could not do it. And so I rage quit. I did not throw a controller, but I did walk away very frustrated and just turned the whole mess off and went and played Genshin Impact. I was like,
when she told me, I'm just like,
I was like, fuck this game.
Yeah,
it was ugly. I didn't play for 3 days, maybe 4.
Look, that's how I felt too. Man, look,
I was like,
Yeah.
And plus, I love my build.
Switch, y'all. I went back
Yeah,
to Switch, I don't even want to look at this Xbox right now. Like, I just can't.
I was hot. I got an Ice Queen build. That's my girl. Like, I love it to death. I even changed my build like twice, trying to figure out what I was doing wrong. But like, I don't know if I was just like not feeling it, got too frustrated, and I was like, I just wasn't hitting it right. So I just wasn't doing it. So I took a step back. I'm going to retry again, and maybe somebody named Boogie could come carry me, but it's okay. It's okay. We're gonna do it again, but we've got to pull Lady and Delilah up first, just so I can see this cutscene again.
Like, I don't mind.
Yeah. So, but then also, like I said, I play Genshin Impact. I play Honkai Star Rail. Waiting for the new characters.
Play that. Oh
just play it. Just play it. No, don't play it. Don't play it.
She's really getting irate with me. So.
And then I also played the Final Fantasy 16 demo. I don't know why people don't seem to think that we don't have PlayStation 5s. We do, and we do play these games.
Yeah.
I would like to know.
The game is out though, right?
Yes, out. It came out last week. I still want to play it. I just don't want to pay full price for it. Like, I'm gonna wait till GameStop is selling it for like $25. Then I'm gonna buy it.
But you play
it gave me a headache. Like, this game gave me a headache. Because the graphics is not what's the difference when they're trying to do that performance mode. They'll push it out as closely, as high quality as can. It's not good. It is not good at all. The person is blurry, like he's walking like this.
So, are you able to change it to quality?
No, in the demo you cannot change it. You demo, because I tried. I think I spent like 10 minutes trying to change it to a quality mode, and you just cannot do that. The action is very simple, and I do mean very simple. Like what's the line? Say that one button.
I've seen people.
By the end of it, you do get two
yeah.
buttons. You do get, and then I want to say you may be able to like pull a trigger and get something else, but like at the start of it, it's just one, and then you don't even long press to like do a hard move. You just basically push the other button.
So did you find your you took this more watching the game than playing the, like, that's to me when you one button it's like
that's and even in the demo you will spend a lot of time just watching. And the demo can be played maybe 2, maybe 3 hours just for the demo alone, and I want to say a good 30 to 45% of that is just watching. And I'm not saying that's bad, but it ain't good either, if that makes sense. Like, and then like the story seems like it would be good. There's a lot of political intrigue. Some people have called it a Game of Thrones which
they've been saying that, right?
Yeah. Because of different factions and different
factions. There's some climate change issues going on, some slavery issues in it. Maybe that's why there's not black people in this game. I don't know. But we don't comment on that.
That would make sense. That would make sense if they was like
they could have went with that one, and I would have believed that would have been a better. Hey, I just didn't want to put dark people in here. Hey, and then there's a lot of QTE events also, and when I mean the quick time events, even in a random fight, like you say, there's a couple of boss battles, and like, so you're just like hacking away with your literally one move back and forth, and all of a sudden you get him down to his stamina bar down, and all of a sudden press square and you can do it like a cool behind move, like stab him in the forehead, but it don't do no damage. Like, it ain't, you still could have did the same amount of damage just whacking him with your sword. It just looks pretty. That's all it does. It just looks pretty. There's the scene where they're in the demo where you're fighting the Phoenix and you're like the other big giant creature thingy. That's all QTE, people. I hate to tell you. It's almost like a rail game. Everybody remembers the rail. What's the game from Dreamcast back in the day? Oh my god, when you're on the Flag of Dragon. Oh my god. Dragoon.
Dragon
like that. Yes, I love that game. That was my first rail game. That is what that sequence reminds me of. You're just I don't
just
even know.
on there, and it's just
Yeah.
going
on there. And you're
okay.
pressing the attack button. They want you to aim to get it in the right area, but it don't matter. Y'all
don't
know
matter,
my
right.
hand-eye coordination is not the best.
Wow.
I am like partially blind, had a hole in my eye, and I'm like literally all over the place, and I'm still doing damage. Like I literally want to replay the demo and put my controller down and see what happens.
So can I just I can basically watch the movie, is what you're saying?
Oh yeah, according to reviews, this game, and I mean the full game, which is 40 to 70 hours long, is over 50% movies.
Oh wow.
Oh man, I ain't touching that. I'm not touching it.
Not for $70.
I'm not. And again,
sure.
it's pretty. It's a pretty game. It's just that there's no RPG elements. Like that would call it. There's no part.
And that's like the bread and butter of that.
Right. That's
Final Fantasy. You have to have your party elements. Like you're only controlling one person, which I'm totally fine with if that's the only person I'm controlling.
Mm-hmm.
But like you don't have anybody else to play with. It is just this one person. You don't like, you know how you get to pick your say you want to upgrade your sword, you want to upgrade your armor, whatever. It don't really do nothing. It's just honestly somewhat. I think if this dude was like not be in this game would still take place. He's just there to further along for us.
So basically, it feels like a cash grab.
Like I don't want to say that, but like, you know what?
I feel like they have so much like brand loyalty that they're at the point where they feel like they don't have to do as much.
Yes, this is not. You know what they should have done? This is another review. Couple of reviews. I said this should not have been a Final Fantasy game. They should not have even called it an RPG game. If they labeled this an action adventure game, this would been we'd have been all over this.
Yeah, that's too bad.
It is,
and you almost hope that it does hurt them because then we're gonna get some ingenuity right into the next game, some innovation happening, because then they trying to win you back, right?
That part. Because again, to me, even because I looked in the menus trying to like play around with the different, stuff that you get, like it's to the point where you don't even have to heal. The game will automatically heal you yourself if you. So you say how sometimes you.
So I don't have to
Diablo.
do shit.
Basically, so it's like in Diablo, you have your health potions and everything. Oh, there's one on the ground, and you go to pick it up, and you can't pick it up. Oh, the game will automatically start healing you, so you can pick that last potion up. Like you will always be topped off. You don't even have to think about it. It's just
hell, why do I need to play if I don't have to think about shooting? I don't have to think about healing.
I mean, is the story good enough for you to? Like
no, that's not even a question. The story is it good enough for me to pay $70 for it? That's the question. Because again, you're not playing a game. You're sitting there watching a movie the majority of the time. So why can't I just wait till it come on YouTube? Again, like I want to play this game, but I don't want to pay $70 for it. The entry, like there's some mama drama, like you can tell this everybody needs therapy off from the get-go. The story seems engaging, but there's no game to play. Like for Final Fantasy. Yeah. So there's
okay, so is there anything else though outside of the Final Fantasy demo? Is there anything else you play outside of Diablo and Final Fantasy demo? And what else?
Genshin, Hawkeye. I think that's it. I think that was it. I think those 4 games.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, so we're going to that all for what we played. So we're gonna back up to last week's news before we get to this week, and we're gonna discuss the Xbox Showcase, which we streamed here on the channel. If y'all want to go back and rewatch that.
One thing, disclaimer, is the fact that we never got a chance to do a recap, so we actually took a week off right after that. So yeah.
So that's why we're doing it now.
Yeah.
So, I'm sure we all, like I said, we all watched it together. We streamed it here on our channel, and we're just gonna basically give our score for it, what we liked about it, what we did not like about it, any hopes and dreams, I guess. Because again, honestly, hey, we used to do it in the past. Now this, So. Anybody can jump in here. What was something that you did like about the game? Basically, your bad, your good, and your ugly, and your score for the Xbox Showcase.
Mm.
Why I feel like I was ready before, but now I'm not ready.
Okay, I'll go because I want to get kind of out.
Okay.
I absolutely love this showcase. Y'all know, right? For me, there's a ton of standouts. Like, I am super hyped for Fable, so I was glad that they showed that. Just the way they started, it kind of, to me, I felt like it set the tone. I think after that, they went with like what is it, South of Midnight? Oh man, and just the representation in that game and the tone, like the South. I was getting some what's that show? Oh gosh, I'm blanking on it now.
True Blood.
True Blood. It's a bunch of shows with that kind of vibe, right? But I was getting, that whole voodoo-esque. I thought that was super cool, and a lot of games we haven't seen that. We haven't seen that tone and
the art style and everything,
right?
Yeah, I think they probably got the best reaction out of the ladies too.
Yeah, I absolutely loved it. So that Clockwork Revolution, looks good too. Gave me like BioShock vibes. What else was a standout for me? I like Avowed. I thought Avowed, I have some issues with the color palette, mostly because of my eyes, but I'm excited for that too, because I know it's made by Obsidian, so I know they're going to do a great job with it as far as the RPG elements and the storytelling and things like that. Let's see what else was a standout. Shoot, it mainly for me, it was like just Xbox first party, because I expected to see some third party stuff there as well, but I feel like their first party really hit home, and so I'm a huge fan of the showcase. I feel like it's got me reinvigorated me. I'm excited for what's to come regarding the brand, and I literally in that entire showcase, I'll play nearly every game in that entire showcase, and maybe be one or two games that I'm like, no, that may not be for me. But everything else, I think I will play everything in that showcase except for Payday 3.
Oh,
that's like the only game. Cause I know Boogie, I know you're a Payday fan, but like I'm not big on Payday, so that's like the only game. But everything else, I'm all over it. Every game, every single game. So yeah, it was good. If I had to score it, since we're giving scores, I give it like I give it 8.5, 9. Like, it was, to me, it was very high bar. Like I said, the way they started with Fable, the instant Starfield, man, at first I was already hyped for Starfield, but now that game.
Oh, wait, we're gonna talk about that also. So the Starfield that's after this.
Okay.
So keep it together now.
Okay. I'll bring it back down. So yeah, like I said, I give it a good, bad, ugly. I would say the ugly was like, man, y'all know I love Gears. I wanted to see some Gears. You know what I mean? That would be the ugly for me.
I don't know. Go ahead, finish.
So the good, Fable. The bad. Oh man, it's hard finding a bad. Like, it really is. I even liked, like, as far as third party, when they showed Cyberpunk, like, and then the Star Wars game. Like, I don't even know if I have a bad. Like, everything was just hit on point, like really on point for me. But definitely my ugly would be just because what I want personally as a gamer. Like, I want to see some Gears. So, I mean, you'll never get enough. Like, I feel like as a gamer, you're always going to want more. You're always going to want to see something else. You're always going to want something along the lines that you're used to playing. Like, it's hard to hit everything 100%. And so, yeah. But I'm struggling to find a bad. If I come up with something, I'll let y'all know. I'm serious. It's a solid 9 for me. Yeah.
All right. Who's next?
Me. The good. I knew it was Fable. I think them opening up Fable was like a great way to set the tone for the showcase. Personally, with me, I also liked it. I think South of Midnight. That's the name of I love that. I'm just intrigued on why they're there. Who is the skeleton dude? Who is the lady? What kind of game is gonna be? You know, I'm intrigued. But I'm gonna have to be completely honest with you. Avowed look different than what we first saw. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it was something that I want to say. Maybe the gameplay, or maybe it's the art style. It just didn't look as smooth as I would like it to be. But maybe it'll change. You know. I'm gonna tell you what's ugly. I'm gonna tell you the ugly right now. When they pull out the Fallout in the showcase, and I'm gonna think it's some new stuff.
You're talking about the gas games, basically, like your Sea of Thieves and your Fallout. So you're talking about?
Yeah. No, specifically Fallout, because it's Fallout 76, and it's not Fallout New Vegas 2 remastered. It ain't Fallout New Vegas 2. It's not Fallout New Vegas remastered. It was more Fallout 76 content. Like, y'all really made me gonna have to really download this game and really invest in Fallout 76, because that's the only way I can get my
fix
up. That's up to date. So I'm like, dang. Hellblade.
Funny.
They showed a little bit more of that, which I enjoy. People didn't think that it was enough, but it was enough for me, because I invested with her story. So when people say, "Oh, I can't stand the voices," I'm one with the voices, so I can really invest on her story. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the voices is what make it though. Like that to me.
I mean, without the voices,
the voices made me think I'm crazy.
Creepy, but
it's creepy. It's putting it to the perspective of somebody who has mental illness and what they go through. So I think it that way was a great way to like portray how her story runs.
Right.
Is, you know what I'm saying? And I'm really ready to the continuation of what she's been going through, because if you guys didn't play the first game, she was going through a lot. So I enjoyed that. But I'm telling you, I can't wait to talk about it. We're gonna have to talk about Starfield, because that's just it's been on my mind for a couple of days after the showcase, and we'll talk about that later. If I had to grade it, I'll give it a B. And I enjoyed it. I had fun. They showed new shit. They updated on some other stuff and gave you like a nice timeline. And may I add, it was 90 minutes, the whole showcase, and then it was like another 30 for Starfield. So it was a big chunk. So compared to all the other showcases that came out, I think they put more bang for their time, and I think I like that. So I'll give it an 8.
All right.
So I'm surprised that I would give it the highest grade, but I'm definitely giving it a solid 9.5 out of 10. Because they had 25 trailers shown during the showcase, and the majority was first-party titles and titles that we haven't seen. I know that Delilah was saying that, we didn't see Gears and whatnot, but at the same time, all I'm saying is thank you. We did not see the same Halo, Gears stuff constantly. They can let some new IPs breathe. The fact that they came out with Fable first was just like a big, we here, right? They like, we ain't here playing, right? They let you know first off, we starting with Fable, we starting strong. The Cyberpunk was great, Avowed and all that stuff, which I love, but they said, y'all, we gonna let the people who've been waiting for some Black love to be here. Compulsion Games, In Exile, those folks giving us some love, right? Even in so we have South of Midnight, and then we have The Clockwork, both with female Black protagonists. I love that.
Clockwork Revolution, like you can create your character though.
No. There's a one lady that's in the trailer, and I know I said protagonist, but I think she's integral to the story.
Okay, yeah.
But then we got Star Wars, which I love. I'm hoping that Ubisoft don't fuck that up, because I still be side-eyeing Ubisoft. Of course, we got Forza, right? But then they were like, we know y'all love Persona. We're giving y'all Persona 3. We're giving y'all Persona 5. And not just that, but for y'all that like those type of games, we're giving you like a dragon, right? They showed Fallout 76 was like, whatever. But y'all didn't talk about the Capcom game, Path of the Goddess.
Yes, that looks good.
That looked real so good. I think the one that still wakes the deep, that one looked pretty good.
Yeah, I had that one,
City Skylines. I was like, yo, I'm about to play City Skylines. Mm-hmm. The Don't Nod trailer.
Oh man,
yeah,
Don't Nod.
Right. So for me, I'm like, yo, they was boxing. All right, they were like, look, we're not here playing no more. Everybody. Co-signing right now, right? Yeah, we here, right? But yeah, like everybody was firing on all cylinders. I feel like. Hold on a second.
She getting on her dog right now.
Yeah, but yeah. So I don't know. I felt like it was an Xbox not here playing no more. We have IPs. Y'all can't say we don't have games no more. They even sprinkled in a hardware. We're getting a new Black S.
Yeah, that's right.
Right. I was hoping when he was talking about hardware that they were going to talk about some more options for storage. But those of y'all who play the S, you got a 1 terabyte S now, which I feel, honestly, I feel like it should have came out with a 1 terabyte. It's all digital console. It should have been 1 terabyte from the beginning, but now y'all got it. And you can put expansion slots in that as well. So I don't know, 9.5. I mean, y'all can say I'm an Xbot and all that other stuff, but it is what it is. I've been watching gaming trends for years now, and they were showing out. That's it.
Yeah, especially it was showcase season, right? And so we saw right. And recently Nintendo had their show, but I mean we saw Sony's showcase. They had the Summer Game Fest leading up to that.
PC game show. I
mean, they had like at least 4 or 5 different shows.
6, 7.
So this to me, if I had to rank them, Xbox was definitely the
best,
top tier.
I agree
by far.
Right, because it was very much like E3 not happening, but this is still our E3 showcase. You know what I mean?
That's
like
right.
PlayStation Showcase was like, we ain't gotta really show shit, and we ain't really got shit to show, so this is here. And then Nintendo did the same shit. Nintendo was like, we ain't really got shit to show, but this is the shit we got to show.
Nintendo's was fire though. Did y'all see Nintendo's recently? The one they did like a couple days ago.
And
what? Come on.
They would. I mean, the thing that I mean, we can get into that later, but
I like
Nintendo's was okay. It wasn't like
blow your mind.
Right.
Well, see,
I know this is not going to be, this is going to be adult moment time, but Xbox came and slapped you in the face with a dildo, okay? They was like, we ain't playing.
That villain era, baby.
I'm ready for that, but okay.
Yeah, we talked about them pulling up with the mask on and the black forces. We talked about that.
They
did.
Hell yeah. They took their earrings out, put some Vaseline on their face right here. You know what I mean? They was at look.
It was robbing folks.
For real. But yeah, and then Payday being on Game Pass, clutch. Because for those of y'all who don't know Payday came out on the 360 and it was like huge, but they had consistent problems with servers. So I'm hoping that because it's on Game Pass, they're working more closely with Xbox to help with that. Payday 2 struggled a lot with server issues. So I'm really hoping that this partnership includes, because it's on Game Pass, we're going to make sure the servers work, I don't know. Hopefully I have a lot of hope for that game.
I just hope they update them. Payday, but I just hope they improve mechanics. I really do that.
I mean, I feel like it should, just like you're saying, because this is your third iteration. If y'all still got the same mechanics from before, then you're doing something wrong, right?
Yeah.
So hopefully that's updated. But at the same time, the barrier to entry is no. If you're a Game Pass subscriber, try the game.
That's right.
And I don't know. I really love the aspect of you are really this gang of robbers, right? And you have like a hideout where you're scoping out different jobs to do, right? And you get your crew together and you go and you execute a job. It's not like we just running and gunning, because that's the part that gets dull for me with Call of Duty. The running and gunning, like we're doing the same shit over and over and over. So that does get a little dull. So the fact that you have to, So the fact that you have to actually like scope out the place, there's certain areas where cameras are going to be. You gotta, you really gotta, and there's different ways to attack each mission. So I'm looking forward to it. But back from the dead, he talking about Hellblade 2. I like that. I feel like they could have showed more at Hellblade 2. Like we really didn't get like gameplay and stuff like that. So I would have liked to see more. But
I thought that was in game.
It was gameplay, but it wasn't like combat.
Yeah, just like
Fable.
Fable was gameplay. They came.
Fable was like they had to validate that, by the way. Yeah, because it looked that good. Everybody thought it was CG, and I was like, no, this is in game and this is gameplay. So Playground Games, like we should have known with the amount of care they put into Forza that they were going to put the same amount of effort into Fable, and so man, I just can't. I mean, look, I can't wait. I just can't. Like, come on.
But yeah, so mine, Fable. Y'all know how I was fiending for it. Like,
you know what I said about the ugly girl?
You've been crazy over Fable.
Look here. The people who are complaining about how that chick looks, I don't think they've ever played a Fable game.
Right. Okay.
Because there's
I'm afraid they haven't looked in a mirror.
That part too. There's no beautiful people in Fable. Like they look like real people. Like cartoonish, yes, but still people. Yeah. And I see you can still kick a chicken. I hope there's still a quest where I can fart on somebody. The humor, yes, some of it is grade school, but some of it is very deep. It's Fable. I'm just ready to play.
Yeah, I can't remember the actor's name who's the giant, but he's hilarious.
Yeah.
That was
from the It Crowd. He's in that show, the It Crowd. The IT Crowd. Some people call it It Crowd, some people say IT. So yeah.
I don't know. I loved it all. The Avowed, y'all already know I was already checking for that game. You could tell the art style has changed, but yet again, it's Magic. I'm still gonna play it. The Star Wars, I'm all in on that one.
Did you see the gameplay they had? Because Ubisoft had a show, like a little showcase.
I saw
they showed the gameplay. Yeah.
I was like, oh, that looks so good.
It's gorgeous.
I'm like, it was too much for me. In my fangirl heart, it almost exploded.
It looked really good.
Yeah,
but I still can't fully trust Ubisoft.
I feel like it's gonna be bloated for no reason whatsoever. Like, and I just need them not to be that way.
I thought this game was like linear though. Like, is it open world or is it linear?
I think it's open world.
I thought it was open. They seem to know how to do linear stories now. They're all open world.
That always gives me heartburn. Every time I think about it, it's like I'm invested. You know,
Yeah,
you
and
already know it's
there's
gonna be a
such
long game.
large worlds that like
Yeah.
there's no point for it to be this big. Like there's literally no point. Of course, I'm not a big Forza fan, but that trailer looked so
Yeah.
nice. That's
So I
excuse me, not
checked.
And it
more-
wasn't a
more-
movie. And it wasn't a
Sorry.
movie. And it wasn't a movie. And it wasn't a movie.
No comment. No comment. That Capcom game. What was the name of that one again?
Hold on, I'll get you to it right now. It
crap.
is
I can't remember, but it looked good, and I am very intrigued. On
Path
that.
of the Goddess.
Yes.
That's the
Yeah, it had that like cool art, you know.
Yeah.
Like,
With
like
the-
that. Yeah.
With the it had like a little mask and like one of the
third
monsters.
person action kind of thing.
Yes.
Mhm.
That looked interesting. I cannot wait to see more of that in the future. I don't know. The game looked nice. The only thing that I wish I would have seen at all, if not even Gears of Halo, I would have liked to see Perfect Dark. Just to like just something that could just flashed on the screen and went away.
It's the fact that the things we didn't see is even more exciting because it's like you kind of
I feel
know.
like I
over
had
here.
already said that we wouldn't see Perfect Dark.
Look here. I can have my hopes and
She
dreams.
want brownie points, y'all. Come on now.
Yeah, give her.
Give her cookies and brownies.
Anyway, I did like the fact that we are getting Persona 3 and the 5 Tactics game, but I still playing Persona 5 and I'm still doing 4, and I am just happy that these games are on Xbox now. I personally might not play 3 because again, that's literally almost 6, 7, 8 years ago. But I am just happy to the fact that we do have these games now because for the longest time we did not have any games of this nature at all.
Right.
So hell, I might download it just for that, click in the box.
And you know who we didn't talk about is that Towerborn game too. Like a lot of people seem like they were really excited for that as well.
that one.
Yeah, it gives me like that Towerborn game gives me like vibes of like old school arcade where you had the 4-player co-op and y'all all kind of going through it, battling through it together. I thought that was very intriguing too. Like sometimes I just love jumping into like a smaller game and investing time into it. And it just looks like a lot of fun. I can't wait. And by it being a 4-player, y'all know who I'm playing with. You know what I'm saying? I can't wait to jump into that with y'all.
So
You know, I'm surprised you didn't say, CHAREECE, is
What's that?
Elder Scrolls Online.
No, because again, that's what we finna jump into. Starfield. Look here. I only got so much time
How
in
does
the day
that work? How does that work?
How does that work? Yes.
because I only have so much time in the day. So that means one game has to be the main game that I'm playing, and then everything else would be like when I rage quit. So when Starfield comes out, it will now be the main game.
Oh.
And I don't have time to jump into Elder Scrolls. So we just put that out of sight, out of mind. It's over there.
I always feel like Elder Scrolls is such a bait and switch. Like they show you shit, but then when you get in the game, you like, this shit don't look like what you showed
Like
me.
basic
No,
shit.
that's because you're watching the CGI trailers.
That's what I'm saying.
that ain't
though.
fair.
That's
That
what I'm
ain't
saying.
fair.
It
That
feels like
ain't
such a bait and switch because I'm
You
just
can't
like,
do that. You can't do
that's
that.
very misleading. I'm telling you.
No, I have yet to jump into the Elder Scrolls Online game.
Did we play one time?
Don't do it. Don't do it.
I didn't.
I'm telling you.
I
I'm
know I
you can play
haven't.
with us.
Don't do it.
I still haven't done it. 'Cause I heard it's the entire. Is it really the entire world? Yeah. Is it like all of it, like Morrowind, Oblivion, like all of
No,
them?
no, yes, no. So, in Elder Scrolls Online, there's called chapters, and each chapter is like part of a different map of Timorel or whatever.
Yeah,
So,
yes.
Different factions, whatever. It's different things. But you are playing a full thought out map game. Think of the size of Oblivion, Morrowind put together. But
Got
like
it.
this takes place, if I'm not mistaken, before Skyrim, but like after Morrowind. So like it has its
Wow,
own
okay.
place in the Elder Scrolls history. Don't quote me on that, people, because I don't want to get the timeline mixed up. But I do know it does take place, I think, before Skyrim, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, because I absolutely love Skyrim.
Yes,
Skyrim
yes.
is like
Skyrim is mine.
Skyrim,
I
yeah.
bought it 3 times now, and I probably buy it again if Starfield never came out. But like, so my official grade before we move on to the Starfield part, 9.5.
Dang, I thought I would have the highest score.
No, boo. No,
yeah.
boo.
Clearly not.
Not today. Not today.
No, y'all. I would give it a 10, but I feel like it could have been longer, and that would have been on its.
You wanted to see more?
Yes.
It was so good that you could tell that people who were hating were just grasping at
They were trying
straws.
so hard.
Yeah. To just make it sound like it wasn't as good as it was. But I mean, for the most part, most of the even Sony only people that I saw had to,
They had to give props. You have to.
Had to
Like,
give this hat, yeah.
What was you supposed to? Oh yeah, pragmatic Eagle. He's timeline before Skyrim, before Oblivion, but after Morrowind. So there you go. There you go. So yeah, and some odd reason this whole world is crazy. We love it, but you still see key items take place throughout the whole game. There's a certain character that is in all the games. Anyway, there's Easter eggs to different things. But yeah, I don't have time right now.
The thing is, because y'all know me, like I'm not big on MMOs, so can I just jump in like a single player?
Yes, you can. You can play as your just single player game because that's usually what I did.
Like side quests and stuff like that, or is it just them MMO fetching type stuff?
No. There is a full blown out Elder Scrolls storyline here. There's factions. There is
does he have dialogue and everything too? Like you can.
Yes, the other characters do. You personally, I can't remember if you do.
Like you know how like you get to choose what you say and.
Yes. There's dialogue choices. Do they matter? Not necessarily, because again, this is a ever evolving world, and they have to make it speak for everybody. So your choices not necessarily matter in this type world. But hey, if you want to go shank somebody and be an assassin, go do you, boo. We're not gonna judge. So on to the second part. Starfield had its showcase exactly after the Xbox showcase. Like they literally within seconds they went straight into Starfield.
Before we get started on the Starfield, one thing I want to say is I'm glad that you can see the difference and improvements from the previous showing of Starfield.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can really tell from the time, like the extra time they put into it, you can see it. You can see the growth of the game between I know we're gonna dig deeper into it, but I just want to kind of get this out because it's top of my animations, gunplay, all of it looks so much improved from last time. So there you go.
Oh no. Like I said, this is Starfield. What did you see? Did you see enough that now you want to pay for this game? Because this is if we didn't have Game Pass, did you see enough that you wanted to pay full price for this game? Did you like the controller? Did you like the headset? Did you like the special collection?
I'm getting the whole shebang. I want the watch. I'm getting everything. I already got the controller. I got the headset. I want the watch. I'm all.
Wait. You got it? Has it already came in yet?
Oh, you see this little shelf right here? I'm not opening it. It's in the box.
I kind of want to get the controller, but I don't want to get the headset just because I
got the whole thing. It's packaged. I
got the CD. Collector's edition.
Yes, that.
So if y'all didn't realize, I guess the ladies are in. We are.
I'm in, but not collector's edition in. But yeah, I got that ultimate digital deluxe edition of Starfield. So,
so you can play early and all that.
Hell yeah! I might take another day off work.
No, look, we're gonna be. Think about it. We're gonna be in PAX, y'all, when that game's out.
For real?
Legit.
No, I thought we were going the week before, a couple of days after.
Peep this. The game come out on the 6th, right?
Yeah.
But if you play, since you're getting the deluxe or the ultimate edition, whatever, you get to play early. So that's September 1st, I think. Around there.
Well, I'm bringing my controller and my iPad because I'm playing on the cloud. Okay.
Look, I'm ready to go. I'm gonna figure out the internet situation.
I think my iPad is not capable for this.
Yeah, whatever. This is my hotspot. I'm doing it.
Yes.
Yo.
Oh, okay. So again, what's thing that you like about the Starfield showcase that you didn't know about that you did not know about? Any order.
Okay.
That you did not know about.
You going?
Okay. Can I go? Can I go?
Yeah, you go.
All
You go.
All right. So for me, the thing is, okay, like I said before, I was interested in Starfield, but I feel like Bethesda did such a great job in their direct, in their direct that now I'm all in on Starfield, right? And what really, brought it home for me was the combat, because I was like, that looks fun. Like you throwing grenades and you shooting, and you got all these guns, and you can mod your weapons, and you get upgrades your character. It's like
you can play how you want.
Exactly. Like they show one section where you playing stealth, and they show another one where you just running a gun in, and then you got the gravity issues, and then they got one person through an ice bomb. I'm like, yo, this combat just looks fun. So that's what did it for me. And because they showed combat last time, but it wasn't. I didn't know it was that deep. Like it just showed the shooting and stuff like that. But in this direct, they got to kind of show you some of the modifications and stuff like that. And yeah, that's what did it for me, for sure.
All right, who's next?
So for me, like, just because I'm always like the tech person, that like the technicality of what the game is doing, what the engine is doing, that when you're loading into planets, that it's loading and computing different locations for you to look at, and that there's only 10% of planets that actually have life, which is more indicative that what we would think would be in our actual universe. So there's going to be a lot of planets that we're going to go to, and it's going to feel like you the first person to touch this planet, but that they really made an effort to try to put things on that planet to where it didn't make it feel like a lot of like fetchy type stuff, like you got to go and find all these old outposts and stuff like that. So it really seemed like they took a lot of time and effort to try to make it not feel very gamey, I guess, if you understand where I'm coming from. Like you don't feel like we talk about it a lot, fetch quests and things like that. It gets repetitive, so they took a lot of time and effort to try to make that stuff not happen. And I feel like a lot of the issues with people were the fact that it's not going to be 60 frames per second. I feel like if you actually listen to the direct, right, and listen to the technicalities that are happening with the game, you may understand more about why this game cannot be 4K 60 on a console that is essentially the same as a 2070, right?
Yeah. I guess for me, I would rather they even I would take a resolution drop for it to get 60 though. That's just me. Like,
see, for me, I don't. Yeah, for me,
I played at 1440, 60. Why not? Right. But that's just me. I mean,
I feel like people have gotten into this notion that 60 makes games better. And I think the fact that I have played a lot of games this year, over this last year, that weren't 60, right, and I've had enjoyable experiences with them, let me know that is not the case. Just because a game is 60 does not mean it's going to be a better game. Just doesn't mean that you're going to have a better experience. If I'm going to have the most optimized experience with 4K 30, then give me that.
Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, I think you make a strong point. It's like it doesn't dictate whether you're going to have fun with the game or not. Like it's always, we say it on this channel all the time. Gameplay is king, right? So it's the gameplay elements. I mean, look at what was it, Zelda. And like how it's running on Switch, and obviously that's not at 60, but it's just the fun factor of that game is why people gravitate to it and play it without even a second thought of whether it's 60 frames or not, so
yeah. And I think that like just having those conversations, right, I feel like we need to continue to have those conversations with devs to talk about what's going on in the game, so that people understand more about like just the structure of a game also dictates how well it's going to run. Like the fact, like I said, that it's computing those things as you're getting to it is very taxing. I don't think people really get that concept that, the things you see on your screen, that there's a computer that's crunching all that, you know what I mean? And it's not like it's natively sitting on your console with all that information just sitting there. A lot of that stuff is happening as we're doing it. Mm-hmm. A lot of the lighting that they talked about, that'd be like, it's almost like people expect to play through a Marvel movie, right?
The expectation, right? Is so high. Yeah.
Right. And to be able to do that on whatever console, and that may be a marketing issue, right? Because I feel like
at the end of the day, your console is still a $500 machine. Like,
right.
Let's be
right. Right. Like my computer is like
3 times the amount,
right? Like when I bought it, it was kind of in the height of all the tech stuff. So I paid like $3,000 for this computer. Mm-hmm. Now you can probably pay closer to $21-25 for the components that I got. But at the same time, even this computer can have issues running something if the game is not optimized properly. So it's just, I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of learning that can happen. And I think gamers who want to talk about games need to take the time out to also learn about how the stuff is being made, because you're making very uneducated claims when you don't take the time out to learn about this, to listen. And if you have questions, I feel like ask those questions. Don't feel like you can't ask,
Yeah, because usually the games that are 4K 60, especially on console, specifically on console, are like linear games, right? They're closed loops. Like they're not, you have the occasional open world, and even then they have a what is it called? A dynamic resolution, where it changes the resolution based on just to keep that frame rate steady. But you very rarely would see 4K 60 on something this scale. And so after listening to that, because me, I'm always like 60 frames, or let's go. But after listening to the direct, like you said, listening to some of the interviews, Todd recently gave an interview with XCast.
Yeah, I watched that too.
It just made sense the more and more like he talked about and explained the reasoning behind it. I'm ready to jump in. Like you said, with the planets, even though, he also talked about like the worlds are procedurally generated, but they also have handcrafted areas and stuff that they place on those planets to kind of keep the story or whatever mission you're on moving along and stuff like that. And it just seems very well thought out. And yeah, I can't.
You can't wait.
I can't. I don't say that like a gazillion times on the show already.
All right. I agree. Okay, for me, I am a fan of Bethesda. I've been playing Fallout, Wolfenstein, and I love Skyrim. So I like their RPG games.
It's their bread and butter, though, right? Like,
it is their bread and butter, and I like their bread and butter. It's delicious right now. I appreciate that I didn't take the time out to look at the previous, interviews, gameplay, in-depth analysis, things Starfield, to be able to appreciate what I saw with the direct. It showed me that people are passionate about the project. It showed me the people behind the projects and what they particularly like in this game, and what would they do, who their character going to look like, what kind of attributes they're going to have, what kind of gameplay they're going to go with, what direction of dialogue they're going to go to. Those type of things makes me excited to play the game, because the same joy that I played with Fallout 3 for the first time, or the shooting mechanics from Wolfenstein, I feel like some of those elements are put in there in Starfield, and I love that you be able to craft your ship. I love that you can be able to make your crew. I like that it's so detailed as far as your background and your skill. It's so important. That is like, for me, the crucial nucleus of the whole game is the first like hour that you're fine-tuning your character, fine-tuning what your character look like, what kind of background they have, what kind of traits they have, what kind of, because that's going to determine how you're going to play for the next 70, 80 hours. Mm-hmm. And for them to have such detail on what you can be. A chef, you could be a chef in Starfield. You know what I'm saying? It's on Game Pass. I know it's on Game Pass. This is a situation that if you really love what you watched, or you love a studio that keep showing you, you know, adventures and worlds that you've really never seen before, why not spend money on the actual product? Look, you can have Game Pass, but you can also like support outside of Game Pass. Mm-hmm. You really show what you really enjoy in gaming. It ain't all about, if it ain't on Game Pass, I'm not playing it type of vibe over here. We actually do enjoy these games. Now, as far as the 30 frames, yo, I ain't had a problem with it. I had no problem with it. It ain't gonna stop me from playing nothing from nobody. And this how it was. It was like Starfield Direct was so good, but it had 30 frames, and you can see the people turn their excitement for the game to total disgust, and then making it feel like it was less than it was. And I don't think it was. I'm going to still play it. I'm going to still enjoy it. I constantly urge and, you know, advise people, like, if you're not too sure about a game, wait till it go on sale. If you really ain't that sure about Starfield, then don't even cop it. Don't even cop it. Wait till it goes on sale so you feel like it's the right price for you to spend on it. But I think the way the scale of that game is, I mean, 30 is okay. I kind of want to touch on Pragmatic's comment. He says these boxes are capable of doing that easily. Not getting there is a dev excuse we shouldn't accept or make excuses for. I think that is incorrect. I'm sorry. I think that when you play on console, as soon as that console comes out, maybe a year after, it's technically behind the curve. You know what I mean? The way graphics cards come out, the way computers continue to progress, those closed systems tend to be behind the curve almost continuously, right? What I said earlier is the graphics card in here is an equivalent to a 2070. A 2070 is not running even now Call of Duties at 4K 60. Okay, so we have to make sure that we speak apples to apples, oranges to oranges. Like Delilah said, maybe if you're talking about a closed game, right? But an open world game this massive with the calculations that are happening that they're describing, no.
And also, too, one thing I want to touch on is like, if you give developers more tech to work with, they're gonna try to use all of it. Mm-hmm. Like they're not going to even be like, okay, we're going to try to scale back in order to keep it at a certain frame rate. They're going to like, look, let's put all the lighting we want to put in there. Let's put all the graphics. They're going to try to use all of it because they want their game to look as beautiful as possible. They want it to show well. They already know that Digital Foundry is going to pick it apart. So they want to make sure all those bits are in there. And so, yeah, I think the more you give them, the more they'll take. And I think Starfield is an example of that in its purest form.
I think, look, call it what you want to, but you're not gonna call it what you want to. If somebody want to enjoy Starfield with 30, let them have it. You know what I'm saying? I think it's too much nitpicking when it comes to gaming when we grew up on 8 and 16-bit games. And that's right. That just makes me so weird. Like, people in my age range, mid-late 30s, early 40s, we had horrible graphics. We had like
starting off with Pong. All right.
Okay.
But I think, you know, it's the dev excuse thing is where I had to kind of like feel like I needed to address it, just because there are instances where they push a game out too quickly. It wasn't able to be optimized properly. I think that the Star Wars game, right, the most recent one, was an example of that. And I don't think it's a dev's excuse. I think that we have to remember that there are business people involved, and the devs are simply doing what they're told. And when the business is like, we're pushing this regardless, that's what happens. Because I work in software development, and I'll let you know there are plenty of times when they're like, that's not a showstopper. We're still going to promote this. The business has full control, not the devs. So be mad at the business, not the devs.
Before we continue with this conversation, shout out to Lady Foxfire for the $5. Ooh. Yes, ma'am. Here's a tip I promised, lady. You ladies are awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
We want more streams and more content. Right, chat? Right, chat?
Right.
I'm trying to set up with Delilah so we can play Diablo. That's on my mind. That's the only thing on my mind right now.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. But this is honestly, this whole conversation is nice because that 30 frames per second mess, it was, I don't know if it was a manufactured drama, but it was a drama that if you actually looked at everything that Starfield is trying to do, you kind of understand why they were to have it locked and not fluctuate. Because those dog fights in space, could you just see that dropping and you lose? Cause oh my god, I couldn't tell what was happening or lag or whatever. It's just, I can understand why they did that.
Right, and it still remains to be seen, right? Because if the game come out and we start having a bunch of dips and stuff, then you can say, okay, what happened?
Yes,
right?
Then you can say yes.
But it's like, if they're saying that we chose 30 because we knew we could make a solid experience across the consoles at 30, then that's a different conversation,
Yeah. Correct. Now, my thing that I am, which is so minor compared to the other three, like it is so minor, it's already stupid, but I'm gonna say it anyway. So in Skyrim, I used to collect books. I had a whole library and I had bookshelves, and I would place my books in my bookshelf. I want to collect books and stuff and items in Starfield.
Oh, like sandwiches?
Yes, like that lady had a table of sandwiches. Yeah. I cannot wait to rebuild a library in Starfield. I cannot
sell those things, but I'm collecting them. That's money.
No, I would collect them in like the books and stuff, like the magic books, the lore books, whatever. And I had bookshelves, and I would have them built and everything. And I had like a whole room. I had to build my house, just a library. When you
just sidebar. Like, I wonder if in Starfield, are you going to get experience for reading certain things or doing?
That would be awesome.
That's how it was in Skyrim, right?
They do that in Fallout.
They do it in Skyrim. So yeah,
so hopefully,
the book, it'll be like
right. Because I just be opening them, not reading.
I would read the stories also. I would read the stories also. Because there was one that was kind of anyway. It was some fan fiction in Skyrim, if y'all know where to look for it. But yes, Skyrim is gonna be my Starfield. I blame y'all. Starfield is gonna be because I have nobody else to blame. So I'm blaming y'all.
Mm-hmm. You don't blame us, girl.
Yeah, right.
You are a grown woman.
No, look, that's beside the point. Okay. Starfield is going to be my next RPG for like the next, 2-3 years. And most likely I'm going to get it on PC because apparently there's mods. You can be able to mod.
Yeah.
I don't know. And I don't even know if I want to mod.
He was like, he wants this to be a mod paradise. I was like, all right, well, that's it.
Yeah, so gotta get it on PC now.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm planning to get it on PC as well. I am. If it's going to
so you gonna build? You gonna finish your PC?
Finish your build,
ma'am. Ma'am. Update. I got the last part coming in today.
Okay, all right.
So we gonna get it built when tomorrow?
No problem. No, next week probably.
Why? Why wait? What's the wait for?
Because I got 5 days off next week, so I was gonna do 1 day of just filling it the whole day.
You kill me with it.
Man, it is what it is.
I'd be so excited. Like, I'm not waiting. Why would I wait? I want to build this now. I want to be able to play it tonight. Like, why would I wait?
You different than me, man. You different from me. It's okay. It's okay. But I am dedicating 1 day out to staycation, to wake up in the morning, pull out the parts and, get to it. But yeah, the mods, you can.
I
know you're mad. You know what? I know you're saying.
Yeah, because you talking about you about to plan out 1 day. Who's helping you? Because you're gonna need help. So you're talking about planning out a day without making sure you got a helper.
Well, we were discussing. I thought, look, my plan was to discuss it.
Because it sounds like you planning a day for somebody.
No, for me. I was gonna discuss it.
But she gonna have you on speed down. Stop playing.
I'll be like, I don't know what I'm doing, and then but I will let you know that I am planning to do it. I just don't know what day. Probably that Sunday or something. But you can do multiplayer mods. They did that with several games in the Bethesda series, and it will be hilarious if they put a multiplayer mod on Starfield. I don't know how they would do it.
Yeah.
But that'd be like the ultimate thing on PC.
Yeah, PC guy, man.
But and I couldn't find anywhere where it talked about if it was going to be cross progression. I'm hoping it will.
So. I hope it's play anywhere too. Like, oh man,
I would assume so since it is on Game Pass.
It's first party. Wow.
Yeah, but still,
Yeah, it's a first person title. Because again, I was able to do when I played Persona. On Persona 5, I played on my Xbox, so I played on PC. My saves carried over. I picked up where I left over. So, I'm assuming we get the same thing. Oh, Cedric. Oh, thank you again, Cedric. Starfield is going to take up my September, and Forza's taking up my October. You ain't never lied.
Man. It's stacked. The industry right now, the
end of the year is
September through November is crazy.
Yeah. I'm gonna need some. I'm about to take time off from work.
Like Mortal Kombat, I don't even play Mortal Kombat, but this one looks good.
Yeah, it does
look good.
So
it does look good.
So many good games.
Let me see. What are we? It's already 2:30, people.
Yeah, no, we talked for a minute, right?
I know, right? And I love it when we do. Like those are the best shows.
I didn't even feel like we were, dragging it out.
We might have to do a midweek show.
Right, to finish the topics, yeah.
I know, right? Because again, food o'clock is going to start hitting sometime soon.
Yeah.
So, okay, ladies, real quick, 1 sentence, Delilah, mute yourself.
Okay.
One thing and one thing only about the Activision stuff. What came out that you were surprised about? You got 5 seconds. Go.
Let me just back out of this conversation.
Hold on. Hey, the people who might be watching, Delilah is not in this.
Yeah,
she's gone. As you can see, just us.
And what I'll say is if y'all wanna learn about what they talking about, the guy, the floss guy, the Floridian guy, he puts out great content. He's a little dry to listen to, but I mean, he's really giving you the educational, why this is happening and where the precedents are. Because when you're talking about law, there's precedents. Okay, so there's things that have happened already that basically will determine how judges typically judge on things, right? And they said that this judge was the judge that was on the case for the so-called gamers lawsuit, so she's already privy to a lot of situations. So I love that part. But one of the things, I know I'm talking way longer. Come here. One of the things was the fact that they bought Bethesda because they heard or were being told that Starfield was going to be a PS5 exclusive. Okay. They was like, oh, y'all gonna take this away from us? Buy it. Okay.
Lady, what you got?
I can't wait till we talk about this in the future, because I'm gonna tell you right now,
next show it should be done. It should be done.
It should be done.
Yeah. So we're gonna have all I know is a lot of drama. I would say I need to stop y'all Twitter folks that want to be, you know, bootleg defense attorneys, bootleg game analysis, bootleg all that. You know what I'm saying? Don't don't try to think you know something about a topic and then you make yourself look uneducated. Because I'm gonna tell you how some of you guys are dialecting yourself in these spaces, trying to get your point across. It ain't cool. It ain't cool. And I'm gonna tell you that if you don't think they're looking at you, they're really, really looking at you. So, as far as this deal is concerned, I can't wait till it's over. I can't wait till the future of, you know, my preferred console is doing, and I like salty, stony tears on my French fries with honey ketchup.
All right, me, I thought it was highly entertaining how it came out, how Sony paid for the Final Fantasy 16 to only be on PlayStation. Like, we now have, this is a fact that this is what happened. Like, there's no ands or buts about it. Square Enix didn't like, hey, we just like them better. No, they were paid. Okay. That's for that part. We'll speak more on that next week. Delilah, you can come back, ma'am. Is she there? No, she might not be there. Again, food o'clock is hitting. We're just gonna run through. Anybody got any tidbits?
The new Spider-Man movie.
Oh, so I found out something cool, right? What's so that? Apparently, the new Spider-Man movie, there are different versions running in theaters right now.
What do you mean different versions?
Apparently, there's a few different versions and a few different things that are changed in each iteration. I didn't read into which things are changed, especially because I don't want to divulge that if you haven't seen the movie. But apparently, there are different versions running in the theaters.
Are like different, like, because I know when you're in different countries, there are different versions of movies in different countries. So this
in
is
the U.S. Yes.
Oh,
yeah. Interesting.
Right.
I also saw a bunch of stuff come out about how there was a lot of crunch happening and stuff like that. I feel like most people don't know that the original artist who developed this art style and stuff like that was let go of Sony way back when, and these are other artists coming in and continuing with this style, but
All right, let me see what else. My other tidbit is, like, recently in this, they said that they're going to raise up the prices of Game Pass, and it sparked a little bit of an outrage. Not me, but people. So for me,
right, because it's like $5, right? $10 that they went up.
No,
I think it was $2.
$2, yeah.
Right. Yeah.
$2 raise, I guess, across the board everywhere. Mm-hmm. And people were upset about it. I personally was prepared for the price raise
for like a while now, right?
Yeah, for a while. Like, maybe
we discussed this like last year, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but people forget, and they want to be mad, and they want to get new and brand new and act like this like it was supposed to stay that price forever. Especially how everything is with inflation and quality of the product and the extent of what products that you have. It's only a matter of time that the prices go up on Game Pass. It has with Netflix, it has with Hulu, it has with HBO Max, Crunchyroll, all streaming platforms across the board. So it was not a shocker to me, but people made it a shocker. And then to that I say, if you are crying about an extra $2, then you really need to look at where your priorities are in life. Because I'm not trying to be rude, and I'm not trying to say, I'm pocket watching folks, but
it's not even about that though, because it's a fucking $1.
You might be surprised. It's people in here acting like they got everything and they ain't got none at all. You got people up here on the interwebs and the social media, and they rich as shit, but in all actuality, they broke as fuck. So I'm just saying. Everybody that I know around me that has Game Pass knew that the price was coming up, and it's up to them what they needed to do. Hey, I know folks got, they prepared themselves for that. So for the outrage of this week for the extra $2, don't make any sense. Now they're like, oh, but what about Essential? What about PlayStation Essential and stuff like that? I'm like, that's your preferred console. If you feel like they're not, doing what they need to do as far as product to justify the price range. That ain't none of my business. So that was my tidbit about the $2 raise.
All right, my tidbit. Picked up a new comic, the new Black Panther issue 1. It was actually very good. I totally forgot that T'Challa is no longer the king of Wakanda. Like, spoiler in the comics, people. This is in the comics. And so I had to go back and like reread some older ones just to like figure out why that happened. But yes, it just came out, I think, earlier this month. I got it on Kindle, so I can read on my tablet or whatever. Colors are vibrant. It takes place in Wakanda, in a city that's named after T'Challa's father. And he's basically wanted, like he should not even be in the country, so he's basically in exile right now. And it's kind of like on the street type of greediness with it, but so far it's looking really good. I'm not really sure how many issues it's going to be all together, but I've already subscribed to like the first 3, so as soon as they come out, I automatically get them on my Kindle. But yes, so that is my tidbit. If you like comics, go pick that up. It should be already in stores. It does have variant covers. I should post them in the Discord. I might do that. But yes, so that is my tidbit. Any other tidbits?
Yeah, Secret Invasion started.
Yes,
on,
I gotta watch it.
Disney Plus.
Nice.
I know there's a lot of controversy about the intro. The intro is AI generated, but the show is not very fast yet. So, if you're waiting for a bunch of action, it ain't hit yet. So you might want to let a couple of episodes develop. But yeah, that, and there was something else I wanted to say, and now my mind is going blank. So yeah, go ahead.
All right. Do we have any questions?
Girl, not a single one. I don't see it. I don't see one question.
A minute. I was gonna say I have a quick tidbit.
Oh, okay.
I finally saw Glass Onion.
Oh,
how you like it?
I loved it, and Janelle Monáe killed the role. Like, oh my goodness,
killed it.
It's like you know what's interesting with that though? It's like now I want to see her in other stuff.
Oh yeah.
Like, I know she's back on her music bag, but I want to see her do.
I don't know, that music bag ain't that big, so she might go back to acting a little bit.
I don't know. I think like single now. I like single.
Yeah, acting, yeah, but
did you see her on The Breakfast Club? And they were asking her about having her titties out, and they was like, and she was like, "Did you ask Rick Ross to put his titties up?"
Oof. That's some heat.
She got a point, because baby, I done seen them way too many times.
I was like, yeah, damn. She named somebody else too, but it was funny. I'm just like, I mean, she for real.
Yeah, but if you haven't seen that movie, I was trying to remember.
No, it is good. The twist in there.
Oh man, it's so many twists. Like, it is multiple twists.
Yeah,
but I even with because I gotta give this one spoiler, like the accent changing.
Yeah, just for her. Yeah,
yes,
right.
Yes. So that's it. That's my tidbit. It's on Netflix. I think it's on Netflix.
Yeah.
We do got one back from dead. I think Boogie just said that. Are we watching Secret Invasion? I'm gonna try to watch it this weekend. Boogie has already watched it.
I might watch it again though, because there's always like
stuff you missed. If you're in our Discord, we're probably gonna chat on it on our Discord. But yeah, we're
we're not getting a lot of content right from Disney. I think this is gonna be the last. From Marvel, I think this is gonna be the last one of the year. So.
I think so too.
Oh no, we get what's the name this year?
Well,
the Marvel movies.
Which her first Star Wars?
No, that's Star Wars. But yeah, Ashoka, her series starts in August. But what I was saying, like Marvel content, I think the only other thing we're getting this year is the Marvels, and then everything else is next year. Like, I don't think we're getting any more shows.
Oh yeah, they decided to cut back because people felt like it was too much at one time. So yeah,
I didn't. I'm sitting on my plate like, come on.
Well, yeah. All right. So, there's any more questions?
No, ma'am.
All right then. we're gonna start off with our outros. Delilah, you want to go first? Since you're at the, or you want me to change it?
Yeah, I'll go first. No problem.
Oh, wait. Oh, Stitch, you will come in with the last minute.
Wow.
Yeah.
Stitch. Okay. I am surprised no one mentioned supernatural powers on Starfield. Plus, Phil said he will not take Call of Duty away from PlayStation 5. No mention of future PS. Hey, look here. First of all, we saw that, but like we was gonna let it slide.
Yeah, it was like a hint, right?
Okay, we're gonna talk about that mid-show, y'all.
But I will say that that also was like a takeaway, right, from the court case. And I'm gonna say, for anybody who saw my Twitter and was trying to hop on the bandwagon and call me Xbox and corporate slave and even a xenophobe, y'all might want to open up some books about economics. Okay, I'm just saying.
Boogie, how many conversations
our
have we
FTC,
had?
our entity that we pay for, these people are getting a check that we paying for. We're embarrassing that they're actually out here trying to lobby for a Japanese company, and they could be whoever. They're not here in the U.S. because the whole name of the game is for us to try to be, you don't want to be having companies from outside of your country influencing your market like that. That's just economics. It has nothing to do with racism or anything like that. Y'all, it's mind-boggling how ignorant people are.
Boogie, as your local librarian, people do not read.
They don't. I'm telling
they
you.
really do not.
No Child Left Behind means we
and they all was left
everybody.
behind. They was all left. This whole case is going to be taught about in classes in the future. Because the question, like, do your homework, like at least a quick Google search would have saved them some embarrassment.
Hell yeah. They asked him, so you guys have to pay $70 billion, tomorrow or whatever. Like, y'all don't know how acquisition works. It's like buying a house.
Maybe they never bought one. I'm just saying. I'm trying here, okay?
FTC, though. You are the government agency. Like, come on, people. I'm
trying, okay?
It was so bad. Like, it's so bad for them. And the problem is that they're doing so bad that the other CMA and all them, it's probably they'll get thrown out because of how bad the FTC did. I don't know. It looked bad for them.
Back from dead, that's a whole nother conversation. You ain't wrong, but we gonna say
no,
that.
That's what I said. Yeah, no child left behind means that everybody gets passed along.
Because I could talk about that one. But yes, so we're gonna get ready to do our outros. Delilah, you can come back in now, ma'am.
Yeah, sorry. you muted again.
I was saying y'all got to give me a safe word or something next time.
I'm sorry. My bad. She already dropped out though. She's like, all right. I do like that I was still able to see your face though, because I was watching you.
Just kick me out. Just kick me out. Just give me a word. Just kick. Go ahead and kick me on out. As far as outros, thank you everyone. Thank you everyone for listening to us. You all can follow me on Twitter, Delilah_HD, catching right here on GWG. And we appreciate y'all. So I guess I just leave it there. And hopefully y'all enjoyed the show, new people and stuff like that. So
All right, Boogie.
It's LBOOGIE0208. We got a lot of new content, a lot of new things coming at you guys. We're really trying to keep pushing forward the show. So please like and share the show, let people know who we are, and really, let them know that this, isn't a show just for girls, because I feel like we keep having to wave that flag. Maybe, Delilah, we can get a shirt that says the show not for just girls. We love y'all. Thanks for coming to listen to our shenanigans. If you really want to listen to some people that know about the games, head them our way. Y'all have a beautiful weekend. Looking up, if you're American, we have a good weekend coming up next week.
Okay.
Long weekend. I think this is one of the first times that many people are getting the 3rd and the 4th off. So yeah, and if you were smart, you took that Friday too.
Hallelujah.
Yeah, so I got a young 5-day weekend coming up on me.
Message.
Yep.
Yeah. It's too late now, shit.
It's too late. It's too late.
I'll call off next week Friday. Ain't gonna happen. Thank you, everybody that came through today. Thank you for everybody from Super Chat who showed love today. These Super Chats will be going towards the trip for PAX West coming up in September. So thank you so much for your support. Thank you for everybody that coming through. Whoever's new, welcome, welcome, welcome. Make sure you share. We got our Patreon shout out to our Patreon folks. Y'all been really supporting us, and we really appreciate that. We'll stream something next week. We're gonna stream something on the Lady Infamous channel, probably Brim World.
Yeah.
I left it alone for a while. Maybe I should just get back to it. Hopefully play some Diablo 4 with Delilah on the GWG channel if she has time this week.
Yeah, I got you. I'll jump in there.
I appreciate it. I love it. I want to. And just everybody, just be good to yourself first, and then be good to everybody else. Just make sure you're okay, and then everything else is nice.
Take care of yourself.
Huh? Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. All right. 3.
All right, everybody. It's your girl CHAREECE here again. Thank y'all for coming through. I always have excellent conversation with the ladies here. And remember, this is Grown Women Gaming, so sometimes we do get a little grown on here. And trust me, it's not as bad as our DMs. But yes, thank y'all for coming. Y'all, you know where to find me. I'm always on Twitter, looking at somebody's DMs, looking at somebody's threads, because I will read deep for all the juicy goodness. But yeah, y'all be safe this weekend. People are still, dirty. Wash your hands, wash your ass. Wear a mask if you're sick, if you have to go out in public, please. But yes, make sure to get no wins. Go kill Lilith if you still playing Diablo. Uber Lilith, I heard she's a bitch. We're gonna work on towards her. But yes, we'll see y'all next week.